How do we begin? Analyzing song intros. Today we are going to be looking at Geogaddi by Boards of Canada, going through track by track, listening to the intros, and seeing how they go from silence to song. Ready? Let's go. Well, that was actually pretty good timing on the Alpha and Omega, but we're going to start at the beginning with Alpha, and ready, let's go. Alright. This one, we did Aphex Twin, and we did Selected Ambient Works 85 to 92 last time. Check that out if you missed it. But that was a bit more straightforward. This one, I mean, this whole song, Ready, Let's Go, this is an intro to the album. So what is this? We have drums, bass, chords, melody, atmospherics, and voice. It's not voice, it's not drums. Is it bass? I'm going to say atmospherics. These are not functioning as anything but atmosphere. Come into music as math. And this is basically the chord progression. Again, it's a little bit more fluid. I'm going to say though that it's just the chords. Tough one. I'm pondering it. I'm pondering it for sure. We're obviously not. We're at 40 seconds into the song. We're way past 10, but just to kind of have an idea of what function. It's the chords. It's the chords. Got another one here that's very short. What do you think? Chords? Not really. Is it the melody? It's the song. This is the song. Borderline say it's atmospherics, kind of like the beginning one. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say it has atmospherics. It has that kind of crackling fire. It's not really a melody. It's not something. It kind of is. I don't know. Do you whistle this around the house? Man, I'm gonna throw in the note. I'm gonna say understated. I didn't type that right, did I? Understated melody. Honestly, kind of has almost a bit of chord progression too. It's kind of like track one. It's all kind of one thing, and it's doing the role of atmospherics, even if it's got the other elements too. It's a tough one. All right, gyroscope, here we go. This is a little easier. We got drums for sure. Now what's that little drone going on? We're gonna say that's part of the chords. So we say drone and drums. Drone is part of chords. Cool. Dandelion time. Oh, here we go. We have voice and then the chords. It's another one where that's kind of just the whole song bundled into one. It has some bass down in there as well, but it's not a bass line. We'll say voice and then chords. This one's a lot more ambiguous. Here we go. Sunshine Recorder. These are the chords. And how long does it take to get that vocal sample in here? Probably shouldn't have skipped so much. Do the drums come in first? No? They do, okay. So it's just chords for almost 30 seconds. I'm happy with that one. In the annex, here we go. That's chords. Of course, kind of, everything is atmospheric with the textures that they use. That's gonna be it. Just rocking chords. Alright, this one. This one reminds me a little bit of Beware the Friendly Stranger, where it has that really textured atmospheric, but there's voices in there too. Honestly, to me, the voices are part of the atmospheric. You can't really hear what they're saying. This could just be atmospheric, but let's say voice is part of atmosphere there. That feels pretty good. Obviously the drums kick it off, but that's much later. The smallest weird number, what would that be? Some of you know. Definitely a weird intro. I'm just gonna have to say, like, these songs, the whole song is atmospheric. Honestly, if it was kind of a full fleshed out song, that would ultimately probably be part of the melody. This is a tough one. I don't love it, but I'm gonna say melody. And I'll put in the notes. Textured. Understated. There's that word again. Textured, understated. Atmospheric. Here we go. We already rocked on to 1969. That's the chords. Kind of seems like with this one, we're going back and forth between kind of breaks, like intros, breaks. If it's going to pop off, it's going to have the chords followed by the drums. Chords and drums. This is a lot like, which one was it? Sunshine Recorder, where it just has the chords for a bit, drums coming around 30 seconds. Drums later. Energy warning. This one's pretty easy. Atmospherics followed by voice. The beach at Red Point. I hear atmospherics followed by chords. Make sure I'm on the right line here. Well done, me. Love it. Next, opening the mouth. Another one of these 1 minute jobs. I'm gonna say this is just strictly atmospherics. Yeah, strictly. So we have several already that the whole song has just been atmospherics. All right, back to Alpha and Omega. Chords. I'd say and atmospherics. Almost a touch of melody. I'm gonna put that in the notes. And a touch of melody. That little flute in there. It's warming up. It's not a full-blown melody, but it's there. Drums come in later too. Little bingo bango bongo on the bongos. Next one is I Saw Drones. Already up to track 15, cruising through this long album. I mean, this one. Reverse chords. Atmospheric. In use. Look at that. Here we go. Devil in the details. I'm gonna actually say this one could be just chords. You could say bass too. The bass is it's kind of part of the chord. It's not really a separate bass line. Honestly, that probably doesn't need to be there, but we haven't hit the purple button yet, so let's just throw it in. We made a note. A is to B as B is to C. Atmospherics. Kind of a similar reverse chord situation. More like reverse arpeggios. A little bit of voice. I'd say the voice comes in later. Really, the intro is that atmospheric reverse arpeggio. Reverse arpeggio. Yep, that's good. We'll say that next. Over the horizon radar. Very gentle. We got kind of the melody built into the chords there, and then some whooshing in the background, making things all atmospheric. Next one is Dawn chorus. I hear chords. What's next? Kind of everything, right? This one, I mean, you could throw the atmospheric button on all of them, but this one, let's hear it one more time. I think there's a pad behind the chords, but I'm not hearing any additional samples. Again, there's probably 2 or 3 at least layers there. Chords, pad, and probably some kind of like room whooshiness. But they are all cooked down into just kind of one audio track there. Very condensed. I'm going to say that is just chords. They're atmospheric chords, but we gotta draw the line somewhere here. And that's kind of fitting the theme. Not to have confirmation bias, but when we do have kind of a full song with drums and everything, we are kind of just starting with only the chords and letting it build out from there. You know, less stereo atmosphere, and more just something small so that it can open up later on and expand. Next one is Diving Station. Oh, hello, we're playing. Atmospherics, a light piano with chords. Oh, we gotta put light piano chords. Fade in. Sure they do. You could feel the sky. This one has drums. It's kind of been rare here. Damn, press the orange button only twice. You could argue that this has some atmospherics with that. There's some samples, some non-traditional drum sounds there, but those function as part of the drum track throughout. So I'm actually going to say that this one is the first one that is only the drum track kicking us off. And there's only 2 more songs. Let's hear Corsair. Very quiet. I'm gonna say chords. Quiet, slowly fading in, washy chords. That's the longest way I can say that it's not atmospherics. It's not really samples, it is chords. Just washy and atmospheric. Told you this one was gonna be ambiguous. Magic window, last one. 10 seconds of silence. And counting. Long silence to begin track. Do we get something here? No. Okay. Yes. Probably long silence throughout track. bam, that concludes Geogaddi. I have listened to this album a million times, but you know, it's like you listen to it and you don't realize, I guess, when you're just hearing the whole album, that is just its own thing on there, and not just a Corsair tale. Anyway, let's take a look at the overview. Only 2 times did we press the orange button for drums. The first one, gyroscope, also had the chords going. Last time did not. A few songs here that were just atmospheric throughout the entire short minute-long track. Few with voice kind of towards the middle. You'd almost think there was more of those. They come and they do their thing and then they go. But a lot of green, a lot of yellow on this one. No surprise there. But I hope, you enjoyed this. Definitely we're going to be picking up patterns over time, seeing how these work. In fact, just to prove it, let's compare this one. A lot of yellow, a lot of green. To the first one we did, Aphex Twin. We were smashing that orange button here. Only once did we hit the voice button. What color you want to call that? Pink? It's not really pink, but anyway, we can see the difference. As we go over time and we flip back and forth between these, we're going to see different patterns, different things, and understand better the anatomy of tune. If that sounds good to you, we'll see you next time.